I've been blown away by the remarkable views of Justice Dhingra. I mean, his stature has grown in my eyes by what he said. It is a pity that only a retired judge has made such stinging remarks against what happened and what the Supreme Court did. Unfortunately, we live in a society where the practicing judges are still in service. None of those have remarked upon what the Supreme Court did. There are two issues here, Rahul, and because this is converse, everyone's having a wonderful discussion. It allows me to, let the dust of my thoughts settle. So, as I see it, there are two important issues. Number one is, of course, the comment on what Jay Sai also elaborated on, and Justice Dhingra did, and you have been, that the Supreme Court has acted a couple of days ago how it should have a month ago. Now, I have always believed as a man of science that law should also be as replicable and reproducible and to fall back upon as science is. There is no point if in science one day you think of something and the other day you dispute that and say, look, this is not what we've come up with. Law should be banked upon. It is bankable. But what we saw a couple of days ago was, yes, delivery of justice. But what we saw a month and a half ago was throttling of it at the hands of midwives meant to deliver it. And that is why I say that the absurdity of any law, by which I mean the 295A under which Nupur has been charged, the absurdity soon brings out the absurdity in those tasked with implementing it. And that is what exactly happened and what Justice Dhingra has actually now commented upon. Now let me quote here verbatim a few oral remarks made by those two judges, and you will see exactly what I mean. The two judges were Justice Suryakant and J.P. Pardiwala. When they, a month and a half ago, refused to entertain the exact same plea that they have done now, given relief to Nupur, which was to club multiple FIRs against her. Quote, you have ignited the whole country. You are single-handedly responsible for the burnings in the country. Your statement is responsible for the unfortunate killing in Udaipur. You should apologize to the whole country for your remarks. Power has gone to your head. You made irresponsible statements without an inkling of the ramifications and serious consequences, that how seriously it will disturb the fabric of the society, end quote. And in the intervening month and a half, after those remarks, more than half a dozen people have been brutally attacked just for supporting Nupur. Prateek, Neeraj, Satyendra, Ayush, Mahendra, Umesh. Who will take responsibility for this, Rahul? The two judges? Who will apologize? Who will be held accountable? It is all right for people to say that the oral remarks do not go into the final remarks. But if those two remarks by those two judges are held seriously, they should at least apologize, be held accountable. Their blaming Nupur was akin to blaming the Kashmiri Hindus for their own murder, rape and cleansing because they were prosperous or held good jobs in Kashmir. It was akin to
the Brits blaming Rajdi for the papa on him, or the French blaming Charlie Hebdo journalist and Samuel Paty for their murders. The justices moreover set aside precedents and settled law. Goswami and others to quote one. They mocked her plea. They ignored what had happened. Yes. The barbarians were waiting for her at the gate, and a few days ago, they wiped the slate clean as though nothing had happened. Rahul, yes, justice was delivered finally, but it was delayed. And point number two, very briefly, you see, this is also the crux of the matter which judges and lawyers like Jay Sai and Dhingra should elaborate on, should discuss this. The judges claimed Nupur Sharma displayed rude tongue. I am sorry, it wasn't Nupur Sharma, but rather the two Supreme Court judges who displayed it. And that is the thing with the oral remarks, they carry weight. They are taken seriously by the lower courts, by the political parties, by the citizens, and also by the media. The media and the Congress, remember Rahul, amplified from rooftops for 10 years when the court called Narendra Modi a modern day Nero in 2002. Did it not? It was an oral remark. Later on, the same Supreme Court acquitted Modi of all charges, but still the opposition called him modern day Nero. Another example, Madras High Court recently called the Election Commission a murderer should be tried for murder charges.
Yes.
The EC went to the Supreme Court to get the remarks expunged, but the Supreme Court refused to expunge them. And by the way, who can forget the cage parrot remarks that the SC made on the CBI that we still quote freely? But in the Nupur case, the ramifications are very serious. I mean, CBI, everyone calls a case parrot. But the problem with Nupur and the oral remarks made by the judges were, it gave validity. It buttressed the Sir Sanse Juda gang, and the proof was in the pudding in the intervening month and a half when 6 people have been attacked. all those people who attacked those 6 people would have said, look, the Supreme Court agrees with us. And that is the problem with the oral remarks. They have to be expunged, I'm afraid, and the Supreme Court should render an apology if we are to move ahead.
Blown away